Welcome student. In this lecture we have to see isotope effect. Previously we know that in microwave spectra the rotational lines are equispaced and nu bar equals to 2bj, where j is rotational quantum number, b is rotational constant, and nu bar is nothing but wave number of that absorbed line in rotational spectra. In such a way, in rigid rotator or in diatomic molecule, we come to know about the wave number. Now, in such a diatomic molecule, if we have such a heteronuclear diatomic molecule like AB, no doubt this molecule AB satisfy all the conditions of microwave spectra. Now you know this molecule AB is in gaseous phase and it has certain dipole moment. That's why this molecule AB in gaseous phase gives rotational spectra. Getting it? If we replace one of the atom, say if we replace this B of same molecule by B dash, that is its isotope which having higher mass than B. Okay, this B dash is the isotope of B and this B dash has higher mass than B. Okay, means this molecule AB dash in gaseous phase again satisfy all these two conditions because AB dash is in gaseous phase as well as this AB dash has certain dipole moment. That's why it also gives the rotational spectra. Okay, see, heteronuclear diatomic molecule, its one of the atom is replaced by its isotope, and in a such a way the isotope has higher mass than this initial atom. Then it is observed that the rotational spectra of these two isotope is different. The rotational spectra of AB and rotational spectra of AB dash is different because the absorption line observed in this molecule is different than that of normal molecule AB. Why this is so? Here in both cases, though this internuclear distance is the same, okay, but here in this molecule, this B and A, they have certain dipole atomic masses and that's why it has a certain dipole moment. Okay, and here this molecule A and B dash is also molecule AB dash is also different and it also have certain dipole moment. Now in both cases what happens, this phenomena of isotopic effect is explained in a such a way that if the atom has higher reduced mass, if the molecule has higher here, reduced mass of this AB dash will be more. Okay, here if its reduced mass is mu and its reduced mass is mu dash, then this mu equals to atomic mass of A into atomic mass of B, okay, atomic mass of A into atomic mass of B upon atomic mass of A plus atomic mass of B. And here this will be atomic mass of A into atomic mass of B dash upon atomic mass of A plus atomic mass of B dash. That's why from this it is clear that this reduced mass is different from this. And since this reduced is its mass mu dash is more as compared to the reduced mass in the normal state, because you know the atomic mass of B dash is more, it is its isotope. That's why mu dash is greater than mu. Since mu dash is greater than mu, again you know reduced mass is different and I equals to mu r0 square. If it is more, then its reduced, its moment of inertia is also more, its moment of inertia is less, okay. And since this reduced mass is a product of two atomic masses of two atoms divided by sum of their atomic masses, that's why this I is also different, okay. And due to this, what happens, the AB dash will have higher moment of inertia, okay. Let me assume its moment of inertia is I dash, its moment of inertia is I, suppose. Then what happens, again, what is the second conclusion, I dash is greater than I, because you know I equals to mu r0 square. This is general formula, from this it is clear, okay. Now in this way, in isotopic molecule, the moment of inertia is more as well as reduced mass is more, but only similarity is that in both cases this internuclear distance is the same, because these are the atoms of same element, only there is a difference of atomic mass. Since same element, that's why this internuclear distance in both cases is the same. And from this it is clear that the moment of inertia and reduced mass of this isotopic substituted atom in AB dash is more as compared to molecule AB. And also you know this rotational constant B is inversely proportional to the moment of inertia, because rotational constant B equals to h upon 8 pi square I, okay. And you know, if this is molecule AB, this is molecule AB dash, here mu and I, here mu dash and I dash, and again you know mu dash is greater than mu, and again you know I dash is greater than I, okay. Here higher is the moment of inertia, then lower will be this rotational constant, because for AB dash, for molecule AB dash, for molecule AB dash, what is rotational constant? Rotational constant, that is B, is equals to h upon 8 pi square I dash. And for molecule AB in the normal state, rotational constant, okay, rotational constant equals to h upon 8 pi square I, okay. Here in between I dash and I dash is more, I dash is more means again you know this rotational constant, suppose it will be B, and this rotational constant suppose it will be B dash, then it is clear that this B dash will be greater than B, or here for AB dash we will consider it B dash, then B will be greater than B dash, okay. Means for isotopic atom, due to isotopic atom, the molecule has more mu, that's why more higher moment of inertia, and that's why the isotopic molecule has lower rotational constant, and hence the rotational spectra of AB dash is different than that of the normal molecule AB. If we plot the spectra, then it will be observed that for the normal molecule AB, this is 2B, this will be 4B, okay, this will be 6B and so on for normal molecule AB. Now, if suppose the same spectra, rotational spectra is plotted, it is for molecule AB, okay. Now, same spectra is plotted for another substituted molecule, say here in our example AB dash, then it will be observed this is 2B dash, this is 4B dash, this is 6B dash and so on. Again here distance is 2B, here distance is 2B, same, here distance is 2B dash and 2B dash, okay. Means from this it is clear that you will get a different rotational spectra, okay, since the absorption line is different. Only similarity is that in isotopic effect, the internuclear distance between two heteronuclear atoms is the same. Moment of inertia is different, then reduced mass is different. That's why rotational constant B is also different. Higher is the moment of inertia, lower is the value of B, because B equals to h upon 8 pi square I. This is general formula. Now in this way, this is isotopic effect. Now next point is applications of microwave spectroscopy. Now in this application, you know, microwave spectroscopy, applications of microwave spectroscopy, or one can say rotational spectroscopy, very important. Now first point, which is the first application? You know, this microwave spectroscopy is used for the determination of moment of inertia of heteronuclear diatomic molecule. Now you know, it is used for the calculation of I, that is moment of inertia, okay. Now if you plot a microwave spectra, then you will get different absorption lines. Previously we seen it. Now due to this, you know the value of this in distance between the two absorption lines in the rotational spectra. If you know this 2B, then you are able to calculate the value of I, because I equals to h upon 8 pi square BC, okay, h upon 8 pi square B equals to h upon pi square BC, okay. That's why here if you know the 2B, then you are able to calculate moment of inertia. It is its first application. And second application, and very important application, is that this microwave spectroscopy is used for the determination of bond length of a heteronuclear diatomic molecule. For determination of bond length means if we have such a molecule, okay, then this internuclear distance is r0, then this bond length is determined. You know, previously we seen how this moment of inertia is known to you. If you know the moment of inertia, if you calculate the interspacing between the absorption line, then you know this moment of inertia I. Then again, you know the one formula, I equals to mu r0 square. And if you have to determine this r0 square equals to I upon mu, then r0 equals to under root of I and mu. Means you must know this mu. What is mu? Mu is the reduced mass. Here if suppose mass of this atom is m1, mass of this atom is m2, then m1 mu equals to m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2. Means from this you also know reduced mass. If you know moment of inertia, you also know reduced mass, then we are able to find out the internuclear distance between these two atoms, and it is called as bond length. In this way, this is very important application. Now applications of microspectra to determine the moment of inertia as well as for the determination of bond length.